Hey everybody, Coffee and Chaos here, and welcome back to our Anno 1800 Let's Play. Oh, that was a weird audio glitch. So in last episode, we made some great progress in the early tiers, and we are going to see just how far we can go over the next episode here. I think our primary goals are going to be doing as many of the goods as possible for workers. You need something to blunt his rage on? Okay. Oh, we need to get them a church. Can I afford it? Oh, yeah, I can. Where would I like to put a church? What if I did one here? I'm gonna move a few of these homes, and we'll shift the road as well. We're actually gonna do... And we're at half speed too, so we got plenty of time to mess around with a few things. Now we can actually move all of those homes over here, form a nice little circle. So I'd love to have... Ooh. That might actually be kind of nice. Do something like that. And that gives plenty of space to add some ornaments later. Yeah, I like it. Let's go ahead and build the church. Let's go ahead and upgrade that, and we can upgrade these homes as well, and add a few more homes on this side, completing some of our blocks. Looks like we've got a quest. Oh, I got some fighters going on here. A little photography quest. I think they're in the wrong position. They look like they're passing each other. Oh, I think it's because we have it in slow motion. Oh, yes, epic slow motion fight. Submit that, see what we get.
A little love is all we ever wanted.
Whoa, that was worthwhile. Construction cost of all shipyards goes down, and maintenance cost goes down? Oh, that's huge, because we're definitely going to start getting shipyards, hopefully, in this episode. What else can we provide to our workers? Well, the next thing they'd really like is bread. Let's take a quick peek, though. Yeah, we're getting a little close on schnapps. Let's see if we can knock out bread. Now, I'd like to have some expansive wheat fields. Maybe what we could do... trying to find a good location for some streets. Oh, and that's another thing that we can start working on, is lifestyle needs. Oh, we got a paper going on. Actually, things look pretty good right now. I'm just going to go ahead and publish that. So, we can actually turn on a few of these goods because I know I can supply them. I know I can give my farmers flour, and they'll actually pay for that flour, and same thing goes for soap. So, it still makes those items profitable. Let's see if we can't make some farms that are attractive. And we'll go ahead and make a second one. And I kind of like the idea of having this. We're going to turn it this way. There we go. Let's move these out of the way. Oh. Shift S is apparently a key binding. I did change a few of my control key bindings. I lost all of my key bindings. Let's see. I'm just gonna make it I don't know, something like that. That's fine. Because I'm never gonna use it. But a few things like WASD are not the keys to move around. If you're playing for the first time, it's going to be the arrow keys. And for me, I prefer WASD, so I went ahead and made that custom just for myself. So it's 2 grain farms to 1 flour mill. We're just going to use this flour mill to supply flour to our farmers. Let's put a warehouse here. They're going to need that to supply it. Lifestyle needs, entirely optional, but filling them unlocks unique bonuses. Select residents to find out more. Yes, we already found out about that. Oh, actually, I would like to look at these. Oh, so let's see. Workers would like rum, hot sauce, and beef. A few of these I think have changed from what they used to be. Because it used to be only 1 extra tier. Now this is food and drink, and you have delight. So soccer balls are included now, as well as clay pipes. Penny farthings used to be in there. I think rum used to be in there. I don't remember what the third good used to be under lifestyle. But now hot sauce, beef, clay pipes, and soccer balls. That's cool. We're not going to be able to turn any of those on this episode, though. So we'll leave that off for now. I think we really only need to have a couple more farms. So let's do... I'm trying to remember where the entrance is. Oh, this way. Looks like that's the end of that one. I think I will do a similar thing to what I did for my other fields in the corner there, adding the roads around them. And I've actually got some other ideas right there. Let's go over. I have to remember now the beautification menus here. Bright Harvest DLC. I'm going to add some wooden fences around this. Yeah, kind of separate it. Turn the flour mill on, turn the grain mill on. And we'll get one more grain mill, or grain farm. Actually, that's just about it right there. Alright, we can delete that. Now, the extra flour that's coming here, we're going to start turning into bread. So we'll grab a couple bakeries, plop those down, and everything should start running. Hey, we're starting to see our flour get supplied. Nice. Let's go ahead and fast forward for a minute and see how much flour is required. Oh, we're actually just a little under what we need. So we could use one more. Yeah, tell you what, let's put it over here. We'll add a grain farm here. And a grain farm there. We'll see just how far we can stretch these fields. Alright, we found the limit. So that's our grain and our bread on the way. Yep, have enough flour for everything. And we're going to have more than enough bread. In fact, this is actually making a profit already. So, cool. Very, very cool. Looks like we need some more farmers, though. So let's start expanding a little bit more. We'll keep going with our block structure that we have. It's weird that we have New World music being played. I am going to take a quick second and just take a peek in here. Audio. Is there, something saying that it will play all music? Because I kind of like having region-specific music playing. Huh, that's weird. I guess they just, have the whole soundtrack going now. What can we do next? Soap and beer would be very nice, but the problem is they require a new material. That new material is steel, and steel is going to require a lot of workers. As such, we should probably get started on it sooner rather than later. Let's go ahead and click on the deposits here. So we have iron here, and another iron over here. So, an iron mine can supply 2 furnaces, and gosh, with 45 seconds, I think 2 furnaces can supply 3 steelworks. Yeah, that's how it works out. So we'll blueprint those in. Let's say we had a furnace area. There's our furnaces, and then we have our steelworks. Let's do... something like that. Now, I'm leaving that gap in there for some decorations later. In fact, I think what I could do is something like this. Let's plan to have even more furnaces. And we'll connect that there. I'll move that down, move that down. Cool. Good to go. Now we just need a warehouse and about 1,000 workers. Every steelworks requires 200 workers. Every furnace requires 100. The mines are the cheapest, only requiring 50. So let's get just the basics. We're going to need to create some more workers, though, so we'll grab those. And we're going to need more farmers now. So let's keep expanding out. Oh, wow, I actually placed that perfectly, didn't I? Okay. Wait, oh my goodness, I didn't realize what our town was called. Little Wallet? I think we can do better than Little Wallet. It sounds like our rap name. I think I will go with the traditional name for myself. Coffea. I could get rid of a few of those. Get rid of the extra road there. Let's see, are we still providing enough? Yes, we still are providing enough flour.
Cream of the crop.
Well, I say that, but it looks like we don't have any. Can I improve a few of these? Yes, I can. Improve those right there. I would love to see this get supplied all the way because it's going to give us an extra farmer for every home.
We lack the requisite...
Oh, they need... Well, do I have...
What kind of town don't have a warehouse?
We'll add a second warehouse over here. And we're also going to need to add... Let's see. I have to remember where some of these tabs are, because some of these are new. Charcoal kiln, which is going to require some wood, which requires these guys to get off their butts and make me some wood. So we'll wait a minute. Let's see where our ship is right now.
New orders?
We can go and manually clean a few of these up.
Steersman! On our way.
Well, we got some new music now, at least.
Steersman! Rudder!
Alright, that should reveal some of that.
On our way. Sails!
Try to reveal all the way to the corners. Another thing that we could start working on here, if we look at our harbor, sailing shipyard. Now, where would I like to have my ships? You know, I could see this area being something we can work with. Sometimes these won't let you move them. Oh, actually, no, that's as far out as it can go. There we go. I'd like to plan to have a few of these out here. Yeah, that doesn't look very good. Maybe I start with just the one for now. Don't copy it. Yeah, just delete it. That's fine. It was a thought. So, all we need for this... Oh, this also needs workers. Maybe we be careful with this. Yeah, we have enough workers to make this happen. So, building this automatically unlocks the schooner and the gunboat. Gunboat is the cheapest combat ship that you have, has a pair of forward-mounted guns, and that's it. Doesn't do a whole lot of DPS, doesn't have a whole lot of hit points, but they're quick and maneuverable, so they're kind of useful for a couple of little things. And you've got the schooner, which is your first tier ship for moving cargo goods between islands. What else can we do here? We want to have... Need to have sails. And let's go ahead and add a warehouse here. So, warehouse first. Actually, I think I'll put this over here.
No slacking.
And I'll move it over about one tile. What do they consider to be the front of this? Oh, it's that side? Have some ideas for adding some decorations around this, so that's why I'm doing this. Oh, the Old Town pack! I didn't realize that we started with this right away. Oh! We could do some cool things with this. The guard tower, enchanting tower, the town gatehouse. Well, that's kind of cool. Oh, that's really cool. We could do some really interesting town squares. In fact, I wouldn't mind doing something here with that in the future. So cool. I didn't realize that our industrial packs, I thought that some of these had unlock points, but it looks like we get those right away. And a few of these don't have unlocks until later, so that's a thing. Man, do I not have any other... Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for. Where's the low wall? There it is. Perfect. Spend a little bit of gold to add that, just because I think it'll look a lot nicer as its own dedicated little production area. Man, we really do not have a whole lot of schnapps, so I'd like to build that up a little bit more. Next thing, just need sales to build up. Ah, good. Flour is finally satisfied. We have more people, and is it making me any extra gold? Hey, actually, I think it is, because that used to be like negative 100 something.
I'll do.
50... 1, 2, 3. So with 3 of those, it's 150 gold, and we're only down to negative 56. So just that one on its own is almost enough to pay for all 3 of those. That's awesome.
It's a surprising spec.
So let's go back here, keep working on our steel. That will provide the charcoal that we need, and I think we're going to need 2 of them. Yeah, we will. There we go. Yeah, seems to be just fine. I will go here and just use some mixed trees just to fill this in, because it will build that quicker. If you don't have enough trees around a charcoal kiln or around a lumberjack post or lumberjack hut, it'll say it has this cultivation area. If there's no trees, it takes some time to go ahead and plant its own. If you spend a little bit of money adding a few tiles worth of trees, it will instantly build that, and it will fill in the rest of its area with trees, making it more efficient over time. Alright. So the nice thing is we are still making a profit off of all of our people, earning some taxes. Let's continue to upgrade a few of these. Alright. We can just about... Actually, I think we can go ahead and afford this now. First, a little bit of steel on the way. It's not going to be particularly fast. We're only going to be making 1 steel beam every 45 seconds. You're making 1 every 30 seconds, so that's actually going to be a 1-to-1 ratio. That's actually okay. Looks like our people would very much like to have a school. So we're going to move a few more houses out. Move the school in. Actually, I'm going to flip that around with a road back behind. Now, the reason I'm not building it now is we need 20 steel. Actually, this is a great time. We're going to grab you. We're going to bring our flagship back to Archie Blake's Harbor because he sells steel beams. And we will go ahead and buy some and use that to jumpstart. That's not our island, this is. Yeah, we're pretty much at the point where we need a second island. I think what we'll do We'll build the first few things that we need for the soap chain. And we might start adding some silos to a few of our pig farms and sheep farms to make them more efficient, which means we'll need to add a few more grain farms. And we could start getting more islands and specializing them into the goods that they're going to be producing. Looking at what other mines we have. So we've got zinc. We really only have zinc and iron mines here.
A little carousing in order.
Yeah, I think soap is going to be primary focus. So, where did I end up putting my pigs? I don't remember. Oh, right, I put them over here. Yeah, it's kind of an ugly area, so let's plan to have some soap factories, some rendering works. So what is it? 2... We'll need 2 of these. Oh, I'm getting some weird sound artifacts. I don't know if you guys hear that cutting out as well. Might be a new bug introduced with the latest DLC, so if I hear that happening anymore, I might do a quick game reset. I would just pause and save the game, and pause the recording and come back to it. So, we've got our 2 pig farms here. I'm going to go ahead and add these silos. We have plenty of goods to make them. And, you know what? We may as well go ahead and add a silo here for you as well. And they will all need a grain farm, because the grain farm will supply the grain that the pigs need to eat. There we go. Hey, we've actually got our first few steel, so let's, steel beams. So we'll go ahead and build our first rendering works. And we'll need another 4 steel beams to go ahead and get the soap factory. I think I'll go ahead and fast forward that. And while we're doing that,
Flagship ready for orders.
4,500. So we're starting to run a little low on gold.
On our way.
But we can fix that relatively quickly.
Proper job.
Silo's up and running, so we've completed that side quest. Oh, Master, it's no bother if the grain runs low for some reason. We'll manage without the silo just like we did before. I suppose you might see the numbers drop off until we can use it again, though. Yeah, we built our first silo. We're flourishing. Great, cool. Everybody is super, super happy. Flagship is on its way back with the first bit of steel. And actually, we have enough to build our soap factory now. We'll just control-click to drop all of that off. We'll build another rendering works, and now those 2 rendering works, and this are enough for 1 production line. And we should see soap going up. And once it's dropped in the warehouse, we'll start seeing our money go up. Because soap is super valuable. Oh yeah, look at that. I will go ahead and do some propaganda this time. Becomes uglier? Well, we can fix that. Spend, spend, spend. Alright, so that deals with soap, and we can use the rest to give ourselves a school.
Human rights.
It's our human rights. Let's look at sailing shipyard. We can build our first 6 schooners. All right. We will tell the sailing shipyard to go ahead and drop off its ships there, so they'll automatically, once they're built, route around the island. And it takes 3 minutes per schooner to build. So we'll start seeing a few of our first schooners. And I'm going to grab... Ooh, how much timber do I need? I think I need like... I always forget. I think it's like 12 timber and 8 steel. But I will grab all of that to go ahead and start grabbing our next island, which I think might be here. What do we have here? We've got peppers and fir. This is hops and peppers. Fir and niter. We kind of want all 3 of these islands. Yeah, that's fine. What do we have here? This is a tiny island. We might be able to make this useful for something. If nothing else, for the raw resources. This one, maybe we'd be able to put a couple of grape vineyards here, and it's got a couple resources. This island we definitely want, though, because we need more area for potatoes and grain. As you can tell, they use up a lot of space, so wouldn't be a bad thing to move some of that off island. Ooh, are we actually running low on... Oh, we're running low both on work clothes and on schnapps. Get rid of that. Add you and you. That way we have enough to make our sails, and we have enough to satisfy everything here. Alright, work clothes are going back up. Looks like we need some more sausage. So we'll just go ahead and clone that there. Cool. And we need more schnapps, which we have the potatoes we need. So we'll just go ahead and do that to satisfy everything. So we got enough fish, schnapps, work clothes, sausages, bread, and soap. The only thing we don't have is beer, which we can't do that till we have our next island anyway.
Flagship at your service.
Let's head like somewhere in there.
The city has grown more beautiful.
Got it.
Ships and
Siebenbrücken. Alright, there we go. That's something. Well, that actually lines up pretty well. Before we do anything, we want to build this. We want to build a few homes, so we get our first few people. And that's going to take 10 workers, that's going to take 5 workers. So actually, 3 homes is exactly what we needed to get started. It'll take a minute before those are populated with their first 15 people, but after that, we'll be able to start building some more on this island. So we are seeing a slight negative deficit here. What can we do to fix that? Now, it looks like some of these goods are going up, so it's probably from where we were actually short on a few of these goods. It's going to take a few minutes for those to ramp up.
We put our love.
Ooh, we are seeing a slight deficit of workers. Ah, that's from placement of a few structures. I think I'll do with this. Add that there. And I'm going to change this to an open air market. Kind of a farmer's market. That will cover more area. And we'll add a market over here as well. Make sure everybody is satisfied here.
Don't mind a bit.
And that'll give us some more workers. And the work clothes has definitely dropped this population and that population down, so once that solves itself, there we go. Our balance is back to normal. Anytime you see any kind of fluctuation, it's because you are not supplying a good that you need to be supplying. Something that I've done many a time, and it's always something that you gotta fix whenever you can. So, what are some things that we can do with our first routes? I'd very much like to grab... One of the first things we're going to do is we're going to dedicate grabbing hops. And actually, let's do... No, we'll just do hops. We'll move hops there. Oh, actually, this is going to be a great time to start naming our islands because we want them to be something that we can remember.
Ship constructed.
What can we call this? I'm going to call it Hoppy. We'll come up with a better name for this. Let me know in the comments what you would like to name the island of Hoppy. We're going to rename this to something. Either we keep this now or we can rename it. You let me know in the comments and we'll decide. So this is just going to be the Isle of Hoppy for now. We're going to plan to move hops from there. We're going to plan to move red peppers from there eventually, which we can't do just yet, so I guess we won't make that route. We should plan a route from here to here. And some of this is going to be planning for the future. So this is going to be farmer goods. I'm going to create a new group. And we're going to look here. So things we're going to move. It's going to be fish, schnapps, and work clothes. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to move timber. It's one of the things that I like to build or to move around. It's one of the best ways to do this early game I've found. And what I'm doing here is making what I call a balancing route. So, it means that we're going to pick up fish in Coffea. We're going to drop all of that fish off that we can in Hoppy. And then, if there is a limiter set on the trade for this island, it will pick up as much fish as it can without going under what the limit is that we set. And I will show you what that means in just a moment. So we'll do that. And we're going to rename this group. Coffea to Hoppy. Alright, so that tells us anything in this group is between these two islands. And all the things that we add here will then end up going under that route. So that is a shipping lane with many routes in it. And we're able to add one more house there. Let's see. We're going to create another route. And this is also... this is going to be worker goods. Cool. We'll move it to that route. And we're going to start looking at all of the goods that they like. So, sausage, bread, soap, beer. And do the same thing here. Do. Perfect. So we'll be able to add a ship to that soon. Huh, interesting. I thought you'd kind of drag that around. And eventually we're going to have one for artisans and so on and so forth. But for now, that's all we need. Let's see. Can we upgrade any of these yet? Ah, there we go.
You reach a new milestone.
Our first few artisan homes. So, why is this a big deal? Well, for one thing, if we get 750 artisans, it will unlock the clipper. We've also already unlocked the frigate. I know. We've already unlocked the frigate, and then later on when we get 750, we'll also unlock the ship of the line. That is all of our sailing ships. We've unlocked windows, and we already had weapons. My bad. We now have police stations, trade unions, harbor master's office, and town halls. The variety theater will be unlocked soon, and canned food and sewing machines are unlocked. Or will be soon. Also, at 250 we get the docklands. Okay, so we need to get at least a few more here. What are they not supplied with? Oh gosh, and we're starting to get... Be prepared for a lot of pop-ups, because we're going to unlock a lot of things all at once here. all of our expeditions to the New World and to the Land of Lions will start unlocking now. And we're really close to the point where we need to start adding brick roads to our main town. So I think I want to... Ooh, a little lag there. I think I'd like to start doing that now. Alright, we just need one more person in here. And we need a little bit of steel, and we'll be able to upgrade those. Yeah, I could use a little bit more steel. Hey, our population's gone up. We're already rank 8. So we're getting quite a bit of influence here.
Flagship awaiting instructions.
Keep expanding our population here. Let's see if we can't start thinking about supplying some more goods to them. What do they need? They need 50 people. I'm going to need this last house in order to have enough population for fish. So that's fine. It's just going to take a minute before we can really get this island off the ground.
New orders?
We do have plenty of schooners to move some goods. I think I'll go ahead and assign one of these schooners now. Just for whenever we get hops moving. And, you know, what does it actually take for a hops farm? 20 farmers, something we don't really have. Let's just plan to get this ready at least. Our first few hops farms. We'll keep expanding the population here. In fact, I think I can fast forward for a minute. Or, tell you what.
Stations.
How about temporarily? You know what I could do? I'm just going to create a charter route. We're going to take timber. And we're going to go from here to there. And let's just move like 20 at a time.
Ship constructed.
Aye.
So as you can see, this ship is going back and forth,
Perhaps this island is
looking to move some goods. Yeah, we can let you have that. That's
A
fine.
competitor raised a settlement.
Show me how you conduct your business. A
Ooh,
new
trade
stronghold
rights.
of shared prosperity. New orders.
Alright, so we'll get these first few hop farms, start making hops, we'll bring that back, and then we'll start being able to make some beer if we add a little bit more grain and a few other things. We'll need to have the malt house and the brewery. Which would be very, very good for money. Beer makes you a lot of cash.
Fire is out of control.
Bad time to be taking a drink break. Oh! Very bad. Firehouse, go. Do I have another firehouse nearby? Where is it? There we go. Mobilize. Let's get as many firefighters on the scene as possible.
Ship constructed.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad one. Right, I was going to tell you about limiters. So, when you go in here and you set a minimum stock, let's say you had a minimum stock of 50. If your stock on the island is ever below that 50-ton minimum stock, any trading ships that are told to pick up fish will not do so. So it means that no matter what, you'll always maintain at least that minimum. It could drop lower than that if your people consume that good, but it means that you cannot accidentally trade it away using your other ships. So we're going to set a minimum stock of 50 tons. 50 tons is the minimum, or is the max that you can put in a single slot on a ship. So it seems to be a pretty fair trade. And we have this extra little charter ship running back and forth.
Schooner reporting.
The reason I did a charter as opposed to using one of my schooners is later on I do plan on getting rid of that route. So something that I know is going to be temporary, we can go ahead and use one of those. Can I upgrade a few more of these? Yes, I can. Hey, we unlocked some new buildings. All right. Yeah, fire is burning and going crazy, but that's okay. We'll deal with that over time. Could give our people some sewing machines.
Everything seems up to the minute.
Ah, Docklands.
Flagship awaiting instructions.
Not the business this is. So let me show you how to arrange trade contracts and build up your dock.
I'll go ahead and accept that. As we build our Docklands, we'll show off some of the goods that we can provide there.
Sails!
A cherry atop our beautiful friendship cake.
Ah, she demands money. I can't do that.
How unexpected.
So cash is a little low for right now.
Attention for the Admiral.
I would like to provide just a little bit more potato.
Master.
Actually, part of me would like to kind of upgrade this. Ah, there we go.
Flagship awaiting instructions.
The last 10 tons. We're going to take all these potatoes and we're going to trade them over here to Eli,
Desmond!
who's actually nice and close to us. In fact, you know what I could do? Hey, this is a great time to showcase what you can do with the minimum stock.
Ready for assignment.
We're going to create a trade route. We're going to go from Kafia to Wormways. We will pick up potatoes, sell them there. And we'll create a new group. And that new group we will go ahead and rename. Kafia Eli's Prison.
The fire left ruins behind.
That ship will automatically grab as many potatoes as it can, as long as it's not underneath the minimum. So right now, it's going to take a little bit of time before our stock comes up, since we grabbed it all. But it's automatically going to run back and forth, and it will sell potatoes for us. But for right now,
Ship ready for orders.
we do have a full flagship. We'll trade all these potatoes away and get some money. Now, if you mouse over these, sell them for 8. However, Eli will buy them for 32 coins.
Flagship at your service.
So that was quite a bit of gold right there. And there's actually another cheap and easy trade route that we can start. Let's start a trade route from Wormway's Prison to Archie Blake. And this is kind of cool. We can grab coal and sell it to Archie Blake. We'll add the golden behind. And this is coal. And create new group. And let's go ahead and rename this. Oops, can I? There we go. Let's call that Eli to Archie. The reason we're doing that, Eli Bleakworth sells coal for 20 gold apiece. Archie buys coal for 32. So for every tonnage we move, we make 12 gold.
New orders.
Easy peasy route early game that will make a little bit of extra cash.
Flagship awaiting instructions.
I would like to go ahead and start establishing another island. So we'll go ahead and move a lot of goods. Let's see. I'm trying to see. This will probably be the next best island to grab. Nice, decent-sized island. It has potatoes and grains, so we can export most of our farming off to this island. And it has a lot of good natural resources, including coal. So that's another thing. We could exploit all of the coal mines here. Can we build coal mines yet, actually? That's a good question. Yes, I can. So now that we have unlocked the sewing machine factory and artisans, we can now build coal mines, which are more efficient than charcoal kilns. So for 50 workers, you can make 1 coal every 15 seconds at a single coal mine. Keep adding some artisans slowly over time. Oh, I need windows to make this building. Yeah, it looks like we need to start making some windows somewhere. How about back here? That might be overkill. We get 2 of those. 1 of these. 1 of these. Let's do that. And that. A small warehouse, say, there. Looks like we need steel for both of those buildings, so that's going to take a little bit before we get there. Currently at 300 out of 750 artisans.
Such luxury.
What I think I might do, expand a little bit of our workforce here. And we'll get 1 more steelworks. Oh, we've actually unlocked the postal service pretty soon. I didn't realize that it unlocks that early. We're getting a decent amount of soap. We could start trading that as well to Eli. In fact, I might shift...
Stations.
I might shift this route. And I'll go ahead and plan to move both on a single schooner. So we'll say potatoes, soap. There we go. Just modify that a little bit. So eventually, we'll have enough extra soap that we could do that. In fact, we could speed that along. We need more steel. Early game, steel is one of the biggest bottlenecks. If you can get past that and provide enough steel and bricks to your people, you'll be able to do quite a bit. A lot of production very quickly. You know, something else I could do.
Fleet ready.
Since I've got these extra schooners, they're really not costing me anything. Early game, I might just keep on making some schooners and selling them over here to Archie, because I think they make about $3,000 a piece.
We assist however we may.
They cost almost no upkeep, and they cost almost nothing to build. So it's a great way to go ahead and boost our early game coins.
Can any friend lift this demon cloud?
A puzzle quest. What do we have? Find the farmers at the church, market, and pub. Got some there. Got some there. And where's the market? Here we go.
Rainbows follow you.
Oh, I guess that was it. Iron oven. All food production goes up. Okay. Decent item to be tracking. Oh, you know what I could do? I am not supplying pub to anybody up here. So we'll get a pub nearby. That will make them all happier and will make us a little bit of money.
Gorgeous.
Perfect. Yeah, that's a lot of happiness to have that nearby.
I feel unfulfilled.
I know you do. I'm doing my best. We need to get some beer started.
New orders.
Hey, first little bit of hops is on the way. Hey, we've had a little bit coming in. Okay, cool. Let's start thinking about beer. Beer is going to need some more workers, but how much do we need? 2 tons. So we're going to need at least 2 of those. 1 of these. We already have 3 hops farms, and we will need 2 more grain farms. Let's move you over here. There we go. Okay. Farm, farm. And that will burn most of our workers, and now we need to upgrade at least a few farmers to workers, but we're using a lot of farmers. Alright. That's built. And let's do this. Move that over. Delete the road. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. Pretty much spent all of our wood, so we're going to need a minute before that builds up. I am trading wood away, so I want to make sure that I keep at least a minimum stock. Yeah, see, there he goes again. But we're full of wood here. You know what the one downside is to actually having
You don't always need to run it.
the charter route is I think it deletes any extra wood if it doesn't have it. So I think I can go ahead and end this contract here. So that charter route can go away. And as soon as we have another schooner built, I don't know if I was building one or not.
Every ship.
Stations.
Oh, here we go. Got one. We'll go ahead and add one to this trade route. And you're just going to move that, and you're going to move some bricks as well. Drop off. Pick up. And we'll balance that out. Timber. And bricks. Wow, can't type. Right. Right. And coffee at a hoppy. There he is. The wild pigeon. Alright, let's get a few more workers here. That gave us 140. Which is just barely enough. Oh, as these fill up, we'll start seeing a few more as well. Oh, we're right on the edge with our sausage and bread. So we're going to need to upgrade those as well. Yeah, we're seeing a slight deficit of sausage. Nobody likes a sausage deficit. Oh, I think I've actually got more pigs than I require. Oh, yeah, I have a lot more pigs than I need. So get rid of that, and just go ahead and add one more slaughterhouse. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Bread, we can bump that up as well. How much money are we making off bread? Making a decent sum. We'll go ahead and get that next brewery. Something that we could do for artisans, we could supply them with wool. I might turn on clay just because it can make me a little bit of extra money. We don't really have enough clay for everything that they want, but these are all imported from the New World, and that's imported from Invasa. So really, those are the only two goods that we could supply them with.
My work is the love of my life, instinct over thought. You could even call it art.
Wow, dude. But that'll add an extra 2 artisans per building if we can supply both of those. I need to get them some canned food as well.
Attention for the Admiral.
Okay, so we've got a new island here in Saint Sebastian. That's a great auto-generated name. I'm actually pretty big fan of that.
Flagship awaiting instructions.
So, Saint Sebastian, what we'd like to do... Oh, wow, I can never actually place that there again. Oh, if I'd known that, I probably would have left it there. It's cut off because of the mountain here. I think I'd rather have it on this side, though, anyways. Maybe on this side we'll add, like, a dockland. Okay. Same thing as before. Time to add a marketplace. I think I'm actually going to go... something like this. We're not going to worry about making this area look pretty just yet. Just going to get our workforce started. And let's go to consumables and give them a fishery. And let's go to timber. Give them some wood. Those will fill up pretty soon. And we'll go ahead and drop off the rest of the timber here. And we'll bring our flagship back and start thinking about our next island that we want to acquire. We've got yet another island here with potatoes and grain. This island has niter, which could be very useful. Do we have any other islands? Ah, this one right here. I think this is going to be our next acquisition. We are very soon going to need fur. And we need the expedition to the New World. So I think that's going to be the priority for the flagship, believe it or not. We're going to go ahead and load the flagship down and get it ready for the New World expedition. So let's assign that. The Penguin. They need rations. They could use some booze. And they could use some wood for crafting. So that satisfies 3 of the 4 things. How about items? Crafting and navigation. I don't think I want to use that. The mate I'll go ahead and throw on there. Hey, that gives us navigation and force. Cool, so we've satisfied all the main requirements.
Don't want a dead man's chest.
So, I think when the game first released, I think he used to have a little pipe that he used to smoke. And I think that they removed that just because they said, you know, smoking's bad and we want to censor things. Which, in a way, is kind of funny, but also kind of annoying because, I don't know, I kind of like the visual of the old sea captain sitting there smoking his pipe. But it's okay. Just one of those funny game design choices. So, yeah, we've actually got the ship assigned. I believe we'll go ahead and use the Pelican here to go ahead and prepare for our next move. We need that, and we need a little bit of steel. We'll move him across here to go ahead and form our next island. And we're an hour in, so I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. So if you enjoyed this, be sure you go ahead and like. If you want to help the channel grow, so you can do that is by dropping a sub. It's free and it helps the channel expand. And if you have any ideas, comments, suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I always like interacting with you guys. Thanks so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.